Hi, we're here with JustMe, and he's going to answer questions for our first graders. Why do you capitalize the letter T in JustMe?
That's a good,
just time.
good question. So the reason why I capitalize the T is because my first name is Timothy, and I'm named after my dad. And so I'm Timothy Jr., and my dad is Timothy Sr. And so that's one reason why, just to represent Timothy, but also to represent my dad in another way. He used to go by the name of Scotty T. And when I first started rapping, that was my first rap name, was Scotty T. And we used to capitalize the T. So to kind of keep that capital T going, I made sure that I kept it going when I changed my name to Just Me.
What's your favorite color?
Oh, great question, great question. My most favorite color is black. My second favorite is red. My third favorite is silver. And my fourth favorite is green. Yep.
How did you come out with the slow-mo move?
The slow-mo move, so just a lot of practice. Like when it comes to like the dancing slow-mo like that and like kind of wiggling it out, that came with just a lot of practice watching Michael Jackson and stuff like that, and Chris Brown. And then like the slow mindful walking, like I actually learned that from somebody who showed me how to do mindful walking. So it's really fun to share that with y'all.
What's your favorite song of yours?
My favorite song? I would say my favorite song to watch all of y'all like dance to is probably Change Your Life. I love when we get to do that one, especially when we do the y'all on the whip part.
And what's your favorite song that's not yours?
My favorite song that's not mine, I would have to say Michael Jackson, Bad. That was like my favorite song of all time. You know I'm bad, I'm bad. That's been my jam since I was little.
When did you come up with all your songs, and what inspires you?
So each one of the songs is just, they were made at different times. They weren't all made at the same time. So it's just about like, whenever I feel inspired, like whether it's being inspired by students like yourself, or like just walking around through nature, or just like life experiences that have happened to me, all those things inspire me. So whenever I feel most inspired to write, I write songs.
How many friends do you have?
I have no idea how many. Like, I know there's a lot of people who I consider friends, but I have like a really small circle of like my best friends, and I actually look at them more like family than anything else. So off the top of my head, I would say my best friends, I got about five best friends.
How old are you?
I am 34.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling excellent. I'm feeling so great, and I'm feeling mindful.
Do you celebrate your birthday?
I do. I celebrate my birthday. My birthday is February 26th.
Are you an Aquarius?
I'm a Pisces.
Oh, a Pisces.
Yep.
Do you have any traditions?
I do. I have plenty of traditions. So one tradition that I've always kept true to is that on Thanksgiving, I'm usually spending time with my mom. And then on Christmas, I usually spend time with my dad. And now that, you know, since my son was born 11 years ago, it's a lot of times where me and him will get a chance to spend time either on Christmas or Thanksgiving or both. We try to spend holidays and stuff like that together.
And what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is, I don't really have like one favorite food. I would say my favorite food though to me is when it's home cooked. So like whenever I'm in the kitchen getting a chance to cook food, or whenever I go over a friend's house and they cook food at their house, that's like my favorite food of all time.
What is your favorite animal?
Oh, that's a good one. So I got favorites. I'll give you my 4 favorites. I got a cheetah, gorilla, hyena, and dolphins. Those are my 4 top favorites.
Where did you come from?
I came from Fairfield, California. That's where I was born. And then I live now in Vallejo, California, and I spent a whole lot of my like time and growing up, and in just like, you know, being an adult now in Richmond and Oakland, California. Both of those 4 cities. So Fairfield, Vallejo, Richmond, and Oakland, Bay Area, born and raised.
That's in California.
All in California, yeah.
How did you come up with Itty Bop Bop Boy?
Oh, that's a great question.
And wait, one more question.
Okay.
And what does it mean to you?
Cool. So I came up with Itty Bop because when I was younger, I noticed that people were always stressing out on this planet Earth. They're always stressing out. They're walking around with a lot of fear. They're walking around being mean to themselves, being mean to each other. And I never fit in with that. So I made up my own planet because I'm into like outer space and knowing about like planets and stars and all that kind of stuff. So I made up my own planet in my mind. And my planet is out by Saturn because Saturn is my favorite planet in the solar system. And Itty Bop is the place that I go where I think, in my imagination, where we don't fight each other, we work with each other. We might have some arguments here and there, but we work through those arguments peacefully. We're not fearful on Itty Bop, and Itty Bop actually is an acronym, and an acronym is a word where all of the letters actually mean something else, and I have it tattooed on my arm. It's EEDEEBOP. So each and every day, exhaust every blessed opportunity possible. That's Itty Bop.
Cool. What do you do in California?
Oh, I do so much. I make music out there for y'all. I make mindful sits out there for y'all. I live out there. I travel. I go out to the woods. I go out to the beach from time to time. I hang out with friends, hang out with my family, play video games. I go to the movies. I eat. I sleep. I do all kinds of stuff out in California. That's my home, so I'm out there.
The next couple of questions are about your eating habits.
Okay.
They're really interested in what you like to eat. So they want to know what your favorite veggie and favorite fruit are.
That's what's up. So my favorite vegetable, I would have to say is, I would say my favorite vegetable right now is, I like to eat a lot of kale. I also like to eat asparagus. I like to eat like spinach. I like to also eat artichokes. I love artichokes too. My favorite fruits are Honeycrisp apples. That's like my top favorite apple. Mangoes. Oh, my favorite fruit of all time is a pomegranate. So with the little red seeds, that's my absolute favorite fruit. And then I also like papayas and bananas and stuff like that too.
Why did you choose to be vegan?
Oh, that's a great question. So I chose to be vegan because I was having some health issues when I was eating like meat and eating dairy and stuff, and it didn't make me feel really good or strong in my body. And my mom was actually dealing with some illnesses too that were food related, and me and her teamed up, and to help her get well and to help me feel better, we decided to start getting rid of stuff that was making us feel sick. And so we got rid of meat, we got rid of dairy, we got rid of like eggs and all that kind of stuff, and started just focusing on like plant-based foods like fruits and vegetables, like nuts and seeds and things of that nature. And we just kind of became vegan just by, eliminating stuff that was making us sick. And now I feel much stronger. My mind is clear. I feel like I can think a lot easier, and I'm a lot more calm. So it just works out.
Do you like being vegan?
I love being vegan. I always say that being vegan has been like the best choice, one of the best choices I've ever made for my life. And actually, I've only been being vegan for 6 years now. It's 2018, so I started 6 years ago being vegan, and it's been like the greatest decision that I could have made for my health. Because I don't even have to go to the doctor that often, and I don't get like colds and sick when everybody's getting colds and flus and stuff. Like I don't get that kind of stuff anymore.
Do you have a pet?
I do. I have a pet. I have 2 cats. I have Buddy and Baby, and they're both really cool. I love those kitties.
If you did have a pet, would you prefer a cat or a dog?
I prefer cats only because of all the traveling that I do right now. So if I was at home most of the time, I'd probably have a cat and a dog. But because I'm always on the go, and dogs take a lot more, you have to be there more often and take a lot more attention. I can have a cat and it not be so much because they're pretty independent.
Do you have siblings, a brother or sister, older or younger?
Yep, I got 2 younger brothers. So my brother Jerry, he is 29, and my brother Jabari, he'll be 26 in June. So the baby brother is 26, the middle brother is 29, and I'm the oldest. So I was the big brother coming up.
Are they musicians too?
My baby brother a little bit. He likes to rap with me, but not Jerry. Jerry doesn't like to rap. He actually likes to play video games. He's like one of the best like video game players that I've ever like had to play against. He's really good.
Do you drink almond milk?
I do. I love almond milk. And guess what? Not only do I drink almond milk, I know how to make my own almond milk. So sometimes I take the time to make my own using almonds and this thing called a cheesecloth, which is basically like this really, really fine kind of like bag, and you basically put the almonds and the water into the bag after you've blended it up, and then you pour it through, and it sucks out all of the almond milk, but it leaves all of the almond pulp and stuff in the bag. So yeah, I love almond milk.
Do you go to school right now?
No, I mean, I go to schools, so wherever I travel, I'm at a school. But as far as me being a student, no, I'm not like in college or anything right now. I just, I kind of do school at home. I do a lot of like studying about mindfulness. I've been doing a lot more reading as of late, so I'm starting to get to making my own kind of like school, learning how to do new stuff and just like figure out new things about myself and about mindfulness.
How many tattoos do you have?
Right now in 2018, I got 30. I have 30 tattoos. If
Which
you count
one's your favorite?
each and every one. Well, there's one on my side that I just got that was recent. That's one of my favorites. It's actually a character from Street Fighter called Dalsim. And Dalsim, he's really stretchy and he does yoga and stuff. But I got him with dreadlocks, so it'd be kind of like me being Dalsim, and it's on my side. But I would probably have to say that the Edie Bop tattoo is one of my top favorites too.
I'm glad you told us what that meant, because I was wondering.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to tell us?
I just want y'all to know that I love and respect you all. Thank you for all the questions. Thank you for being mindful masters in training, and thank you for rocking with me, all right? I have more songs and more stuff on the way for you, and I'll see you again real soon. Edie Bop Bop, oi.